Today we are going to learn GUI development with Qt. So far we have learned C++ design patterns without GUI interfaces. So from now on we are going to develop programs using with GUI interface. So we choose Qt. Qt is a GUI development framework. It can pronounce Qt or Qt. And there are two reasons that we choose Qt. One is it is cross-platform, so which means that you write the code once, then your program can be compiled at different platforms based on Qt. For example, your program, you don't need to change anything, can be compiled on Windows, can also be compiled on Linux, for example, and Mac, and so on. So this can save a lot of developing effort, so it is cross-platform. And second is Qt has been widely used. For example, it's used for developing Skype, Google Earth, Adobe Photoshop album, for example. And also Qt works with many programming languages such as C++, and it also works with Java, so Python, C#, Ruby, PHP, Perl, so even Pascal and Ada. For Qt with Java, it's called Qt Jambi. So you can download the software. It's free from this web page. So here's the link. So you can come here to download. You can click this download. All right. So the documentation is available at this web page. So Qt has a very nice documentation. It's very detailed and also has a lot of examples and tutorials. So you see here examples and tutorials. And also it has a very nice tutorial on YouTube. So here's the link. I give you the link here. So it has 152 lectures there. Video lectures, very nice. And for C++ applications with the GUI, so from now on we are going to use this program called Qt Creator. So basically, after you install Qt, you will have this Qt Creator. And so Qt also has plug-in with NetBeans, but it doesn't work as well as Qt Creator because it comes with Designer, so Qt Designer, which is very useful. Okay, so Qt comes with a lot of tools. So Qt Creator, Qt Designer, and Qt Linguist, and Assist, and Qt Make, and so on. So mostly what we are going to use Qt Creator and Qt Designer. So this is Qt modular class library. It has multi-threading library. It has GUI library. It has also it has many functionalities like the library to connect to databases, the library to perform networking applications, and also sending messages, receiving messages, and also it has support for XML. So it has Qt has a rich library. So this is Qt architecture. So in the bottom, it is cross-platform support. It supports Windows, Mac OS, Linux, embedded Linux, Windows CE, and so on. And this is a list of all those major libraries. And for the development tools, mostly you will use Qt Creator and Qt Designer. These two we are going to use, and it has very nice help systems. So we are going to see that later on. And it has flexible licensing. And for you, just if you develop a program that you are not going to sell, so you don't need licensing. All right, so now we are going to develop a very simple Qt application and see how it works. Okay, so you click File, and we choose New File or Object. Okay, so first we choose this application, so Qt widget application, and then click choose, and here is the directory that you need to choose the directory that you want to put your program in. So I copy paste the directory, I can put it here, and also you give a name. So I suppose I call it Alex Qt example 1, for example. Oh, so let me see whether I have deleted that directory. Let me see. Okay, so somehow I installed two packages in my kit, so you probably will only have one. So the version I have is 5.5.1. And here's the class information. Is you specify the class name. By default it's called main window. So basically the main window, the first window it displays. And its base class is Q main window, and the header file is main window.h, main window.cpp, and the form file, which is design the UI, main window.ui. Okay, that. And here you can specify version control, and we're not going to do that, so just choose none. None is the default, and finish. And that's it. So what you can see is that Qt already provided the skeleton of the program, and you can compile. To compile your program, here you need to click this button. It has a hammer, indicate this is compile it, and then you can run. You can click this one, you run it. Also, you can use this one. This one means debug. Okay, you use this one. So you can see this is just this display a main window, and doesn't do anything. And doesn't have anything else. So that's the skeleton. Now let's take a look. So first, this file, what it is like it is basically the configuration file for the project. So here plus means that it will with these two libraries, and this target means the executable file that this project will produce, and so on. So you don't need to edit this file. You just give you an idea what is this file is. It is basically for the compilers to run. All right. So this is main window. Let's take a look at the main window.ui. So if you double click that, okay, and if you double click this, and you will automatically get into this design. This is Qt Designer. So this is the GUI interface that you can design. You can drag those and put it here, and you can edit and so on. So that's the Qt Designer. And if you click this edit, in the edit view, you look at the main window.ui, you will see that it is actually an XML file. So the GUI interfaces are specified using basically recorded using an XML file. Okay, but you are not going to just modify directly on this XML file. You are going to just use this Qt Designer to drag and to directly operate on those the GUI design. All right, and you can click here to close it, and here close it is, and so on. Okay, so now let's take a look of this main window.h. So in this main window.h, so this specifies the namespace, and this is the main window class, and this inherit from Q main window, and you will see this called Q object. So this is a macro. This is a macro. So Q object macro. So it is for the Qt meta object system to use this Q object macro to build the inter-object communication and runtime type information and the dynamic property systems and so on. So basically, the Qt meta object system is need to when they see basically this the Qt compiler. So the Qt compiler is called Mock tool. So meta object compiler. So for the meta object compiler, when it reads a file, C++ source file, if it finds that this class declaration has this Q object macro, it will basically produce another C++ source file, and that source file will be able to compile with this source file, and that source file will be automatically included in this file, and then together with that source file and also the current source file, the mock will this whole thing will be able to compile into programs that will provide many mechanisms such as inter-object communication system. So this meta object system is based on three things. This Q object class. So Q object, so all these classes are inherit from this Q object, and also this Q object macro. So this is need to be included here, and this is automatically specified there. So, and then this meta object compiler. So this mock compiler will read this Q object and generate other source files that are needed for the programs to be compiled. So again, this is just for your understanding. You don't need to don't need to touch this because it's automatically generated. Okay, so why the objects need to? We have mentioned that the object need to we need inter-object communication. Why do we need that? So now let's assume that we want to build this simple application that it has, suppose we want to have a button here, and you can if you see the button, here is the list of the graphical user interface objects. So you can, suppose we want to choose this push button, you can just drag and drop here. Okay, and so you will see, when you click this, you will see that it has here has all those properties associated with this object. So here you can also double click that. Suppose you can change the name. Suppose we call close. So this is the name. This is the text displayed on this button, and here object name, it has object name. So it by default is called a push button. So you can change whatever you want. Suppose we call Alex button, Alex close button. Suppose. All right. So now what we want to do is, the functionality that we want to achieve is, if you click this close button, then this main window will close. That's what we want to achieve. So now let's compile and run. Okay, so we do get on this GUI interface, we do get a close button, but if you click it, nothing happens. That's because we have not built a communication between this close button and this main window object. So for these two objects right now, they cannot talk. So we need them to talk. So how to do that? So this is in Qt. This is based on the signal slot mechanism. Okay, so there are two ways you can do that. One is you can use this Qt designer. So you click this button. This is when you move your mouse here, so it is add this signal and slots. So you click this, and when your mouse is put on top of this button, it turns to be red, and you click and then drag it. okay, and you drop on this main window object. Okay, then it will automatically pop up a window configure connection. So we basically connect this close button object with this main window object. And here you need to click show signal and slots inherited from Q widget. Suppose we call this clicked. Okay, this clicked, and when this add close button, so this is the name of the object, add close button. So the inherit from Q push button, if this one got user clicked, then we want the main window inherit from Q main window, we want it to close. Okay, so that's what we want. After that, you can compile. All right, so then you can run it. Now let's take a look. So if you click close, the main window will close. All right, so this is the Q designer for this GUI interface, and we can also take a look of this XML file. This XML file specifies all this information about the button position, button sizes, and all this GUI information, and also it has these connections. You will see it's called connections. You have multiple connections, and then for this connection, this between this and backslash connection, okay, you will see the sender. So basically the sender of the this is the object that sends the signal, and the signal is clicked. And the receiver is the main window. The main window will perform close. All right, so that's the place specifies the connection between Alex close button object and the main window object. All right. Okay, so now let's take another way to do this. Another way to do this is by specifying using the connect command. Use the connect command. So suppose we go to this. Suppose we can delete the connection we have in the GUI interface. So suppose we delete this. Okay, so now you can compile and run. You click close, nothing happens. All right, so now instead of doing it here, we can do it in the program. Okay, so close this. All right, so to do this, we need to go to the main window.cpp in the main window constructor. So basically, when this window is constructed, we want to specify this signal and slot, this connection when it's right. So here you will see this UI. So what is this UI? UI is basically the main window pointer. Okay, so main window pointer. So what you can do is using this connect. So we write this connect. All right, so the first parameter is the object. So we basically UI, we get this Alex close button object. Okay, so all right, and second is we need to have this signal keyword, and within this signal keyword we can choose this clicked. And actually there's a click doesn't have a parameter. And then the third one is the object that receives this signal, so which is this. So which is the main window. We want to receive this. That's the object we want to receive this signal, and then it need to have a slot. We need to specify which function will be triggered after they receive this, which is close. All right, and that's it. So suppose we compile, it works, right? And then click, If you click close, yeah, it is closed. All right, so you can see, and also you can see that. So you can also have other commands, for example, like other statements. For example, you have you basically access close button, and then you can have other functions like set text. You can have a string, say x close, suppose, and you compile it and run it. So you see it's Alex close. Okay, so in the UI you say close, but when you execute the function, but in the in this function you reset it as Alex close, and then when you run it, it will show Alex close, for example. All right. Okay, so this is the example that's using signal and slots to build this the communication mechanism between two objects. So signal and slots are used for communication between objects, and a signal is emitted when some event happens, and a slot is a function that is called in when the receiving object receives the signal. And the Qt widgets have many predefined signals and slots. So, and also you can build your own signals and slots. We're going to learn that in later lectures. Here, you must remember that the signature of a signal must match the signature of the receiving slots, which means that the two functions, this is the signal and this is the receiving slot, the two functions, okay, here are the two functions, they must have the same parameter and types. For example, here you have this is the sending object sending signal, this is the object receiving the signal, and you can see these two functions, their type are the same. The types are the same. Okay, and so a signal is sent if the user performs some action, and also you can use some command, just emit some signal with some parameter. And those this connect and those signal and slot keywords are parsed by this Qt mock. They basically compile it and generate the necessary code for the whole program to be able to compile it by C++. And so the signal and slots are between and can use to communicate, to send messages and receive messages between objects, and then objects may emit multiple signals, and an object may receive signals from multiple objects also.